Hey everyone, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. So I've always been kind of a car guy myself, and I do my own maintenance, and I always like researching the latest features and this and that. So I thought I'd put a video together, kind of share what I've learned over the years. Now some of these things you may already know, but hopefully you'll learn something. And if you do happen to have some new drivers in the family, feel free to share this video with them. I'm sure it'll help them out. Now these are in no particular order, so without further ado, let's get on with it. Tires. When would you want to replace them? Well, there's a couple reasons why you'd want to, but the most obvious would be tread wear. Now, new tires typically come with a tread depth of about 10 or 11/32 of an inch, depending on the type of tire. Some SUV or truck tires are a little deeper. The best way to measure is with a simple tire depth gauge like this. The U.S. Department of Transportation recommends replacing tires when the tread depth reaches 2/32 of an inch. If you don't have a gauge, you can simply use a penny. If you can see the top of Lincoln's head, then it's time to replace the tire. But probably the most easiest way to determine if your tire needs replacement because of the tread depth is by looking visually at these what's called wear bars. If the top of the tread reaches the point where it's even with the top of this bar here, it's time to replace your tires. Now, another reason you may want to replace your tires is because of the tire age, regardless of the tread wear. The automotive industry recommends replacing your tires when they reach between 6 and 10 years old. And the way to determine how old your tire is, there will be a marking on the tire, typically with 4 digits. For example, here, this is 4118. Basically, that's telling me that the tire was made in 2018 and the 41st week of that year. Since we're talking about tires, another little tidbit. On the inside of the door jamb, there'll typically be a little sticker, and this will tell you what tire size the car came with and what air pressure to set your tires to. Now, something I've noticed that the quick oil change shops have stopped doing is lubricating your door hinges and latches. Applying lube will help make the squeaking go away, allowing your car's doors to open and close silently with no annoying creaks or groans. It also helps reduce wear, and it can help prevent rust from forming and spreading to other nearby metal components. So which lube should you use? Although it's a little messy, I've always had good luck with white lithium grease personally. But you can use any type of silicone spray, Teflon, or even the latest dry lubricant. It's also a good idea to lubricate the keyhole in your door, just in case the batteries go dead in your remote and you're forced to use your key. Spraying the top of your battery terminals will help keep them from corroding over time. So if you ever wonder what this button with a picture of a car with a U inside of it does, this is actually your air recirculation button. And what this button does, it cuts off the outside air to the inside of the car. So it's best to use this feature when it's hot out and you're running the AC. So it will basically recirculate the slightly cool air that's inside the vehicle instead of pulling hot air from the outside. And this just makes it easier on the AC system, and it doesn't have to work so hard. And it ultimately extends the life of the system, and you can actually improve fuel mileage as well. Now in the wintertime, it's best to keep this recirculation button off. This will allow fresh air to come into the vehicle, and as a result, this lessens the humidity inside the vehicle and will help windows to fog less. Another button or feature that you might have questions about is the traction control button. Traction control is an active safety feature that helps to keep the car's grip between the tires and the road in slippery or dangerous conditions. The safety feature maintains a car's traction by limiting how much the wheels can spin, making it easier to stay connected to the surface you're driving on. Since 2012, traction control has been a standard safety feature on cars sold in the United States. While it can be turned on and off whenever the driver desires, there are a few instances where it needs to be turned off. It is much safer to leave it on whenever possible. With that said, there are times when you want to turn off the traction control. For example, if you were to get stuck in mud, sand, or snow, you actually want your wheels to spin more, helping you to get unstuck. Are you one of those that's constantly running on empty? Well, besides the risk of possibly running out of gas, there's a couple other reasons why you may not want to. Modern cars actually have their fuel pump located in the gas tank. And the gasoline acts like a coolant for this electric fuel pump motor. So when you run very low, this allows the pump to suck in air, which creates heat and causes the fuel pump to wear prematurely. Another thing that can happen, since there's more air in the tank than fuel, is that condensation can form. Just like drops of water forming on the side of a cold glass, drops of water can form on the inside walls of your gas tank where they eventually slide down. This can cause rust, hard starts, or poor performance from your engine, and in extreme temperatures, the fuel can freeze. Now, speaking of gas, when you pull up to the pump, you'll typically see different grades of gasoline containing different levels of octane. What is octane rating? The octane rating is the fuel's ability to resist knocking or pinging during combustion caused by the air-fuel mixture detonating prematurely in the engine. So which grade should you use? Well, most cars are designed to run an 87 octane, but be sure to refer to your owner's manual. Some high-performance vehicles require the use of higher octane fuel, and by not using it, you can cause engine damage. Now, can you use a higher grade than what your car recommends? Sure. In some cases, you might see a little performance edge, but most of the time, the benefits don't offset the costs. Wiper blades not working well for you? Well, before you replace them, try cleaning them. Take some rubbing alcohol and a rag and wipe them down. This might extend the life of them and save you a little money. Here's another little tidbit. Are you expecting ice or snow? Pull your wiper blades away from the windshield. This will help prevent the blades from freezing into the ice. Looking for your vehicle identification number or VIN number on your car? This can typically be found on the bottom driver's side portion of the windshield. The VIN number provides a lot of useful information, such as year of the vehicle, make and model, engine size, transmission type, etc. Your insurance company will want this information along with your mechanic and/or parts guy. The dreaded check engine light. Most of the time not serious, but can be. I recommend purchasing a simple scan tool. This is something that can plug right into your car and help determine what the problem may be. A lot of times it's just something simple and something you could fix yourself. Saves you time and money from having to take your vehicle into the dealer or shop. I actually found one with an app that you can download on your phone, and all you have to do is purchase the dongle. Works really well. I've been very impressed with it. It can also come in handy when you're looking at used cars. Simply plug it in and it'll give you a whole lot of good information. And lastly, I want to talk about financing your vehicle. Before you meet with the dealer or the bank to talk about financing, be sure to do your homework. I highly recommend going online and finding a loan amortization calculator, or you can find an app and download on your phone as well. So here's one I found online at calculator.net. Now let's go ahead and run through a few different scenarios here. So let's say, for example, we're going to purchase a vehicle and it's going to cost us $30,000. We're going to take it out for 3 years, a 3-year loan. And let's say we got a pretty good interest rate at 2.9%. So let's see what that gives us. So you're going to end up with a payment of $871 a month, 36 monthly payments, total interest of $1,360. So you might say, well, that's a little out of my budget. I don't want to spend that much on a vehicle per month. So one, we can always find a cheaper vehicle, or we can extend the loan term. Let's go out 5 years. 5 years, $30,000 loan, 2.9% interest. That's probably a little more manageable payment for most, $537 per month. Note, since we went a longer term, now we're paying a little more interest, $2,263. So for that $30,000 vehicle, you're actually going to be paying $32,263 for it. Now you want to pay attention to the interest rate as well. You always want to shop around. For example, say we bump this up to 5.9%. Your payment jumps up about $40 per month. And now, for the life of the loan, you're paying $4,715 in interest. So again, for that $30,000 vehicle, you actually end up paying $34,715. So like I said, shop around, educate yourself, do your homework, and know what you're getting into. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it and share. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.